Hey Gearheads, and welcome to Garage Talk. I'm Corey.
I'm Holly.
And this is the newest, largest, most powerful Mazda ever produced. This is the 2024 Mazda CX-90. This one is the plug-in hybrid. In this video, Holly and I are both gonna get behind the wheel because we're in beautiful Northern California. Let's hope the rain holds out. All right, Holly, so we've been in the plug-in hybrid just over 33 miles now. We've driven out of rainy downtown San Francisco, headed north to wine country. Through the city, we were in EV mode. We are actually, can you tell, we're actually charging the battery right now as we speak.
No,
So,
I could not tell.
very seamless integration. You didn't even know when I hit the button down here to turn the engine on, did you?
Yeah, and that is something I normally notice because
Yes.
I don't like it.
So we're doing things a little bit differently here. We're driving two different vehicles on this trip. This plug-in hybrid, we're also driving the new inline six. So definitely be sure to check out that video later. But so far, driving impressions of this vehicle have been really positive. It's their largest vehicle that they've ever made. This is their first application of a plug-in hybrid. It's not their first plug-in vehicle. We drove the fully electric MX-30,
Right.
but so far the powertrain in this is predictable. It's what you would expect from a big three-row SUV like this, but it is a very comfortable vehicle all around.
Yeah, do you feel like it's a big vehicle? Because it does
I mean,
have the 3 rows.
I can tell that the back is way back there. I can tell that it's heavier than a small vehicle. It's definitely not the CX-9 that this replaces, but it rides very well. It handles the bumps. We've hit potholes. We've hit all kinds of traffic. We've been in rain. We've got standard all-wheel drive in this. Like, I have felt very confident my entire time behind the wheel in this. Being that it is a plug-in hybrid, we have the gas engine and an electric engine, or an electric motor powering this
We're going
thing.
to take a left here. Well, I haven't driven it yet, but riding has been very nice.
Yeah, so that's what I wanted to talk to you about. What's it been like as a passenger in this? Because this is a very premium vehicle from a brand that is working their way up that premium ladder.
Yeah, well, it feels premium and it's very comfortable and everything feels very well made, very sturdy as well. If you're talking about a family vehicle that needs to be able to take some abuse, children climbing on.
Tucker loves climbing from the back seat over the center console up front when we get in the garage and stuff like that. So yes.
Yeah, and one feature that I did notice as a passenger, one feature I don't typically like in vehicles is the automatic cruise control.
Which you know I like to use.
And I know you like to use it. One of the reasons is I always feel like they're too abrupt at stopping. And like you said, we drove through some traffic and there was some weather and people weaving in and out in an area that we're unfamiliar with. And the automatic cruise control did not feel too abrupt. It didn't feel like we were...
Yes. So,
it did not overreact with people cutting us off and stuff like that. And I really appreciate that about this car.
So that's a good segue to driver information here for me. Full digital gauge cluster. This is a first for Mazda. Normally they've just had that center screen, but reconfigurable. When you put it in cruise control mode, it changes everything and makes your driver assistant technology right front and center. We've got a little CX-90 that I'm looking at here. It lets me know that I'm in my lane. It lets me know that there are vehicles around me. Very informative here, and also in the head-up display. Typically,
it has a head-up display?
Yep. Typically in Mazda vehicles, it's a very pared-down head-up display, but I've got navigation up here. I've got posted speed limit. And another great thing about this that hasn't been in other Mazdas with the adaptive cruise is it uses the camera system, the traffic sign recognition, to actually note that the speed has changed from what you're going, and I can hit the resume button and it'll go to whatever the posted speed limit is.
Oh,
so
easy.
Like that a lot.
I like it.
And then going back a step, we were just stopped at a light, the engine cut off. We are in a hybrid vehicle after all. And did you notice it kick back on?
No.
Yeah, very
And that's
seamless.
something I normally notice.
Yes. Very seamless, very easy to just get in and drive around. This has been a very pleasant driving experience.
Yes.
I am noticing though, it again, talking about the size of this vehicle, you can hear the engine underneath the hood, and it's like, okay, we're in a bigger vehicle. It roars a little bit under there, like, okay, there is a load. So this one is the e-Skyactiv plug-in hybrid, and it uses a 100 kilowatt-hour electric motor mated to this 2.5 liter naturally aspirated 4-cylinder. So still an inline engine, still utilizing all the space from this long hood, and doing the best it can there. It makes 323 horsepower, 369 pound-feet of torque on premium fuel. You pay a little bit of a penalty going to regular, 319 horsepower on regular full fuel. I will be interested. As of this recording, we have not gotten behind the new inline 6 yet. So looking forward to that. And
now this is our very brand new first driving impressions.
Yes.
Straight off the press.
36 miles in. And then when it comes to creature comforts in here, heated, ventilated seats up front, dual zone automatic climate control. Everything feels very familiar to us. It is clearly a Mazda.
Did you say the heated and cooled seats? Oh yeah, heated and cooled seats.
This gear selector reminds me of that first electric Mazda we drove, the MX-30. But otherwise, very typical Mazda controls here for the infotainment. Very large infotainment screen.
I like it. But it's not obtrusive.
Right. It doesn't feel like a tablet stuck on.
Yeah.
Like in some vehicles that we've been in. We'll just leave it at that.
They know what we're talking about.
I will, just minor, small, minor nitpick. You mentioned the materials in here. You and I both lamented that this wasn't textured. So for those of y'all watching, no, this is not textured. It is smooth. But again, does feel very upscale. And then we've got automatic wipers in this, automatic headlights. Very, very premium vehicle. I have not been disappointed in our time in this. I feel very well informed. The visibility out of this one is great. All around, a good riding vehicle. So with that, that is all in this plug-in hybrid version. Okay.
We don't have my driving impressions.
Switch to you driving, making up for it. I am so sorry.
That's right.
Yeah. So, setting off, it was on, but the engine wasn't on. The engine just kicked on.
Right.
Noticeable? A little more so?
I didn't. No, it wasn't. It was. I mean, it was, but just because it was so quiet when we were stopped, even though it was on. But that's the only reason. Because sometimes I feel like it's like a.
Yes, a very technical term of.
Yes. Sorry, but see, we just hit that pothole.
Nothing.
No, it was very.
Yeah. Very
soft.
I've been impressed with the ride quality. I'm excited to be chauffeured a little bit in this one. But I'm going to turn on my cooled seat. Would you like your cooled seat on?
Sure.
Okay. Full blast.
Goosey.
Watch out for the geese. Full blast.
Oh, look, there's baby.
Oh, that baby geese.
Look how sweet.
I am blown away by the scenic nature of this drive, which, again, in my time behind the wheel has been very fun looking out and seeing everything. Like I said, though, very anxious to be...
Do you just want to see what's up there real quick?
Very anxious to be chauffeured around by you. See what else we have around here. And the geese. My goodness.
This is the end.
This is the end. Well, coming to the end will allow us to show off you putting it in reverse and seeing what that backup camera is like.
Or not.
Oh, well, you're just gonna usurp me. Okay.
Look at that.
Yeah. Great turning radius.
That was a great turning radius. That's what I was going to say. And one reason why I didn't reverse it, just to see.
Just to see. Well, we'll be sure and put some B-roll of that rear view camera in there, because I really like what they do with that rear view camera. Not only do you get the view in front of you, the bird's eye 360, but you get a little bit of what's around you as well. Mm-hmm. So it really helps give you a good overall view of what you're dealing with, the situation around you, literally. I'm gonna see what drive mode you're in here. So you're just in normal drive mode. With that full digital gauge cluster, it changes based on what drive mode you're in. But now that we're getting out on the road, 50 miles an hour, how's the power feel to you? Does it feel sluggish? You were asking me, does it feel big?
Right. To me, it doesn't feel sluggish.
Yeah. I will say, so this one again does have the 2.5 liter 4-cylinder paired with the electric motor, and the power numbers are very similar to the inline 6, which we have not driven yet. Very much looking forward to that, but I highly suspect that inline 6 is going to feel like a much smaller vehicle since it has more active ready power. I don't know. Be interesting to see.
I do like the head-up display.
Mm-hmm. Nice. Very informative. We're using the built-in navigation, so it tells you where you need to turn. All around, I am impressed. This definitely feels premium. And then we haven't even really talked pricing on this one, but the top trim, the tippy top of the entire Spectrum, starts at $59 and some change. Yeah. So the fact that you could get into one of these for under $60,000 at the highest level says a lot to what Mazda is doing. They are a premium product for the masses.
Right. And as a mom, they have 11 different trims, but also several different seating options from 8, 7 to 6.
Yes.
Which I like a lot of options.
Yes, so depending on what trim you get and what your needs are for this vehicle, you can go all the way up to 8 seaters. An 8-seater, which would be 2, a 3-row bench in the middle, and a 3-row bench in the back. Unfortunately, I've crawled back in the back. This one is a 3-row bench in the rear. It is a little tight. It would still be 2 adults, but you could get 3 kiddos back there, no problem. Yeah. Which is really the clientele who's probably going to be riding in the 3rd row in the first place.
The most, yeah.
So, yeah, very much a good, very good 3rd row, but adult friendly. You're probably not going to want to ride back there too long. Just from my 5'10" frame. We are climbing up a hill now through winding roads, checking back in on the power and what you think over there. Doing everything you wanted to?
It's doing everything I wanted to do.
Yep.
It is a little bit, you got to put the pedal down a little bit more than some cars, but I don't feel like I'm driving a safari truck.
Yeah, it's a very good total package, from the engine to the ride quality. You mentioned earlier potholes, rough roads. We were in downtown city traffic. We didn't talk about some of the safety features, like the fact that it has pedestrian detection on it. You were wondering what that was as we were at a crosswalk and people were walking around us. So very good all-around protection in this one too. Standard all-wheel drive and the like. Very much impressed with this one. Any more thoughts before we switch back to me behind the wheel?
I really like it. I like driving it.
Are you going to kick me out, or are you taking over?
Yeah, I'm going to drive the sport section.
Yeah. Okay. It is springtime here in East Texas, and you know what that means? The pollinating is happening. Yes, my car has been sitting outside for over a week, and you can see it is no longer black. It is a nice shade of pollen, and yeah, not very clean. And then looking over here at this Kia EV6, this has just been out for one night, and we already have a nice coat of pollen all over the top of this one, which leads very nicely into this week's video sponsor. Thanks to our friends at carcover.com, we were able to get a custom perfect fit car cover for my 2013 Chevy Cruze. They know it's important to keep your car protected, and what they sent me was their Gold Shield 5L car cover, which beats all its competitors for many reasons. It resists all types of extreme weather conditions, such as snow, and is 100% waterproof and water resistant. This is the ultimate car care cover for storing your vehicle and protecting it while outside. The soft fleece lining is sure to protect your vehicle's paint and finish while it is underneath. And this car cover was so simple to install, I was able to do it myself for the very first time in under 15 minutes. It comes with a couple clips for the front and the back, and a lockable cable to secure it across the middle. So this car cover is not going anywhere, and it will help me keep all that pollen out here in the springtime in East Texas. Huge thanks to carcover.com for providing us with this Gold Shield 5L cover for my Chevy Cruze. You can get one for yourself. Simply follow the link down in the description below and enter promo code GTGarageTalk in the coupon field at checkout for a discount off your first order. All right, back behind the wheel, curvy roads, sporty vehicle. I'm not going to take it too crazy because of the views out here. We are in wine country. It's kind of a contradiction. They gave us a very fun car to drive, very fun roads to do, but very scenic roads at that. But you didn't come here for a wine country tour. You came for a thought process on the new CX-90. And I can say I really like this one. The PHEV with its 2.5 liter 4-cylinder and electric motor. It's plenty quick. It does a very good job. We haven't even talked fuel economy numbers. We've driven this one right over 55 miles. It's been city driving, it's been highway driving, it's been curvy wine country back road driving. So it's been a little bit of a mixed bag. I can't give you accurate numbers. Anything I tell you is going to be just a little bit off, on top of the fact that they wanted us to try all of the different drive modes, and the fact that you can actually hit a button right here on the center console and recharge the battery if you're just out cruising and you know you're going to be in the city soon, so you want to be in EV mode and have that battery fully charged. All that to say, we're averaging about 2.2 miles per kilowatt hour and about 21 mpg on fuel economy in a very big vehicle. So big enough for up to 8 people, like you said when you were driving. Very, very good all-around package here in the CX-90. All right, so figures it starts raining on us right as we get to merge onto a freeway and see what this is like. Merging onto the 101. So plug-in hybrid, let's see, plenty of power, over 300 horsepower. Yeah, it's good. Granted, it's raining, it's wet, it's messy. No complaints here. I've been impressed. I want more of this vehicle. I very much look forward to when we get one for a week's worth of testing on our home turf with Tucker in the back seat.
Yes.
Which brings us to, be sure and hit that subscribe button down below. Ring the bell, like, comment, follow, whatever you have to do to see more content from us, because we will eventually be getting one of these for a full week's worth of testing, where we can put Tucker in the back seat, where we can see what it's like for family use in our daily life, in our normal commutes, in our normal situations. If you want to see more behind the scenes stuff from Holly and what she's doing, find her on Instagram at Female Consumer. You can find all of our stuff at GT Garage Talk on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, TikTok, YouTube, everything at GT Garage Talk. Or you can read more about this and everything else we've driven at gtgaragetalk.com. But as for me, in wine country in Northern California, from behind the wheel of the largest, most powerful Mazda ever made. Until next time, gearheads. Bye.